Hi everyone, today I'm going to talk about cluster analysis. So if you don't know about what is cluster analysis, then please watch my video till the end and you'll definitely know what it is. So cluster analysis is basically segmenting the customers based on their preferences. It is the very simple, like the simple answer in very simple terms. So for instance, let's just think about it. You have a business of soap. So you may have like different factors or attributes related to the soap, like soap ingredients, soap fragrance, or the color options of the soap. So in that case, you might want to know like what are the preference of the customers, because there are so many customers who have different preferences. So if we know our if we can group the customers based on their preferences, then we can definitely develop some marketing strategies in order to attract the customers or enhance our products so that we can even increase our total revenue. So in that case, we do the clustering and we do the analysis. So as I said before, we have like three attributes of the soap. So the customers give their rating or give their ratings on the different attributes of the soap, and on the basis of that you do the cluster analysis. So I just want to show you like how to do cluster analysis so that you can get a clear picture of it. Um, let's go here. Okay, yeah. So let's just say that here I have some like the cluster analysis I already did. As I said before, I have three factors over here: the soap ingredients, the soap fragrance, and the color options of the soap. So I just wanna do it one more time so that you can see each and every step regarding how to do it, because it is also very important to know how to do cluster analysis, right? So let's just take some of the, not these, there are so a lot of data over here, but let's just take 18 data. So let me just copy it and let's just go over here. See, now I have total 18 data, and these are the ratings that are given by the customer based on their preferences. So like 7 is the highest rating and 1 is the lowest rating. Like 7 is the most important and 1 is the least important. So now first of all, we want to take out the mean and the standard deviation of each of the factors. It is very important in order to do the cluster analysis. So in order to take out the mean, what you do is you just take the average of the soap ingredients like this. You get the mean. And now you want to take the standard deviation. STDV. Then after you do it, just do this row and just go like this. Now you get the standard deviation, right? So similarly, it is a very good thing of Excel. Like you can just drag it and you'll get the mean and the standard deviation for all the other factors as well. You don't have to calculate it. So just to make sure, let's just check it. See, this is the average of the soap fragrance, and this is the standard deviation of the soap fragrance. Since now we have it, now what we want to do is we want to create a G soap ingredients and then G soap fragrance color, oh sorry, G color options. So here I have created this column in order to standardize it. So what we use the formula over here is we are just standardizing. So what we are doing is we are using this function standardize, and we can see here we have the X, mean, and standard deviation, right? So the X value is the first of this value, and then after that we get the mean, and then after that we get the standard deviation. So now you have to think about it. See, we want this to change, but we don't want this mean and standard deviation to change for the soap ingredients, because it is same for all the soap ingredients. That's why what we do is we just do this, like the dollar sign, in order to fix it. And now B3, B4. Okay, it's done. See. Okay, now just drag it to the down. Yeah, it's done. And just to make sure, see? Here for the second column, it is using the second value of the soap ingredients, but the mean and the standard deviation is the same. So it's correct. Now what you just do is just take this whole and see. It's very easy in Excel when you do this. Now I'm getting it Enjeesa fragrance, standardized C14, C3. Okay. I'm getting the value for this 0. C14, C3, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to show you how to do the cluster analysis. It's just simply the process. Okay. Let me check one more time. I'm getting 0, but is the value wrong? No. Okay, let me just do one thing. What's the value over here? Okay. Let me just put some other values in order to prevent the 0. 7. Okay, that's it done. It's just that we don't want the 0. So we see, since I have used the formulas and everything, it's just automatically changed. Now just to make sure, yeah, it's the same thing. Average of the soap fragrance. Yeah, 7. Yeah, it's done. Okay, sorry. Okay, it's correct. Now what I want to do is I just want to create a I guess 3 cluster. Okay, let me just create the 3 clusters. Since I have 18 data, okay, let me just create the 3 clustering. So what I do is I first want this cluster, and do 1, 2, 3. Now I'll see the columns. And the columns, just a moment, just a little bit. Oh, sorry. I'm just doing it according to the previous. Okay. Sorry for that. Okay. I'm just going to create the clusters over here because I need the matching rows from the cheese, soap, ingredients, and every factor. So sorry for the trouble. I'm just going to build the clusters. This will be my cluster, and I want the column. So basically, this column is just like the column number. A will be 1, B2, C3, D4. So this will be column 5. This will be column 6, and this will be column 7. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do we look up what to look up the value. Oh, I always get this problem. Okay, so what we do is we look up. Okay, just look up what? The cluster, and then all of these tables. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix it because the table is going to be same. Okay, it's done. Now what I'm going to see is I'm going to see this number. So, oh, sorry, we can just write column 1. Yeah, because A is 1. the column 1, right? So I'm just going to see the column index number. We are using the column index number. That's why I'm just going to put number 1 and it's done. See, the beautiful thing about this is if you change this number to 4, it's going to be changed automatically. So just do number 2. Okay, now I'm just going to copy this over here. And now I'm going to see. We look up, oh, sorry, spelling mistake. We look up. Now what I'm going to look up is a cluster. Then after that, again, all the tables is done. And then after that, I'm going to see the column, this one. This. Now what is gonna happen over here is I'm just going to put the $sign over here. And then I'm just going to put $sign over here. Oops, over here. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. See, if you do this now, you can see that this value is copied over here. For the cluster, what? 1, and we are using this one. So the value for the G soap ingredients for this is 0.31 something. So it went up here. And now if you drag it, it's gonna be, oops. I know, worst mistake over here, the $sign. I always get mistaken to that one. So just let me see one more time. Okay. Yeah. I get it now what I did. Mistake over here. So, yep. Let me fix it really quick. And then, yeah. See. It beautifully took all the values from the here on the top for the 1. So what we're gonna do is we are just gonna drag it down here and see it copied all from it 1.71, 0.6, 0.8, 0.6 minus 0. Okay, it's done. And what I like most about it is, see, if I change here, see what it came for the value of 4, 0.39, 0.66 something, 0.89, 0.8089. Yeah. Doesn't it look beautiful? Okay, so what after this we're gonna do is, I don't know where it came from. Okay, so here we're gonna do is sum of difference cluster 1. Yeah, and since we have 3 clusters, we're gonna do this. Yeah, now here we're gonna use a formula SUM X and Y2. And basically it's gonna be this and this. Okay, so see, it's gonna be 0 because we are comparing the first row with the first one. So since the values are all the same, it's gonna be 0. So just a moment. Okay. So I'm sorry for being confused in this $sign. Okay, so now we're just gonna put dollars over here. Okay, it's done. Now just drag it down till 18 rows and we got all the values. Now see, what we're gonna do is we can just drag it down and we're good just, yeah, for all. But the main problem is, even though for the sum of difference cluster 2 and cluster 3, we're getting the 0, 0 in the first row, and that is wrong. Because, see, this is, here also is being the same. The first one is comparing to the first one, but since we are doing cluster 2, we have to take the second row. Now the second row is comparing to the first one. So it's gonna get value, but for the second, it's gonna get 0. second to second. Sorry, second to the second. See? Second. It's gonna get zero, so it's correct. Now just drag it till 18, and then it's gonna be fine. And the same goes for here. You just have to see which row is comparing with which. And now we are gonna, sorry. Now, see, it's correct. 0, 0, 0. Now after this, since we already get the sum of difference for all of these using the sum x and y2, now we are calculating the mean distance because we want to see the mean distance among these three. So we are going to use the minimal mean function, sorry, this. Oops, battery ran down. Okay, so I'm just gonna do it very quick. So we are finding the minimum distance among these. After this, we are going to sign. See, the main thing, like if you want to just analyze it based on the minimum distance, you can do it. But if we do the sign thing, then it will be very easy for you because we are building the three clusters, right? So a minimum distance is like, see, among these three, which is the minimum distance? 0. Among these three, 0. Among these three, 0. Among these three, it's gonna be 0.49, this one. So, sorry, match this lookup value among this. And we want it to be the exact match. So we are just gonna do this. So, yeah, it's done. See, it's done. Assign 1, 2, 3, 3. We can see from here, right? How many clusters, like how many we have in cluster 1, cluster 2, and cluster 3. So now what we are gonna do is we are gonna find sum of distance square. I'm just gonna write it in this way, and this is just the sum of, because still the main part is still we have to do it, minimum distance. Yeah, it's done. So now what we are gonna do is we are just gonna use the solver to minimize this distance. Oh, where is the data? And analysis. Oh, sorry. Wait just a moment. Okay, we're gonna use solver, and then solver minimize this by changing the variable cells of cluster this, and add cluster should be at least greater or equals to 18. Add this should be smaller. Oh, sorry. What I did before is, oh no, yeah, greater than or equals to 1. Okay, it's done. See, we have the, oh, let me delete. Okay. Oh, sorry, reset all. Okay. So we are going to, sorry for that, we are going to minimize the sum of distance squared, and by changing the variables of the clusters and adding, this should be smaller or equals to 18. Add, and this should be greater than 1. Sorry, I'm just gonna charge my laptop. It's done. Okay. Okay, now you're gonna use the select a solving method that is revolutionary. Okay, it's done now. So let's just wait for a moment and we'll see the final result. think it's gonna take some time. Okay, we got it. See, the distance is minimized and we got the clusters 5, 7, and 8. So now we can see that, say, for instance, cluster 1 is 5. And then, but that's assigned to 1. So for 1, we can see that we have, for 1, let's just see here. The most important for the customers is 7, right? I mean, so fragrance, because they have given the 7 score. And for 1, we can see here is soap ingredients. So it's kind of mixed. And for 1, we can see that, yeah, soap fragrance and the soap ingredients. But what we can see here is the least that they care about is the color option. So that's how the cluster 1 goes. And the cluster 2 is, say, 3, 1, 7. So the color option is the most important for them. And here also, number 2, yeah, the color options is the most important to them. And for cluster 3, we can see that it's balanced, it's kind of balanced. Like for the cluster 3, um, they don't have some kind of priority. They have like equal preference for all of the soap ingredients, soap fragrance, color options. So that's how cluster analysis is done. So I think you got some knowledge regarding the cluster analysis from this, and I'm so grateful that I can help you to know even a little bit about the cluster analysis. Thank you so much.